Hi, Grace Case. Hi, everybody. Are you still here? I think it might just be me here. Sorry I'm late to no one who is here. But if you guys get a chance, when you do tune in, go watch Deb Mormer's live that she is doing right now. Watch the replay because she's showing scary ghost stories and it is pretty fun. So, what's happening? What's going on? Well, no one's here, so nothing. Oh, Grace Case is here. Yeah, you don't like scary stories, do you, Grace Case? Oh, you know what I saw? What I was reading, and I actually still have pulled up on my computer. A brief synopsis of all the holiday movies for Hallmark. I got to like number 16, and then I said, why am I reading these? They're all the same. I know, I'm sorry, Emily. I think that's so rude. But I was over there goofing off, and then I had to run around and like go to the bathroom and get a drink. And so that was all me. I found it on, let me see, Taste of Home. Hallmark is premiering 40 all-new Christmas movies in 2022. Here's what we know so far. Yeah. I mean, okay, I'm going to tell you the one I'm excited about because it's ridiculous. These are the ones I like. Wait, maybe. A Magical Christmas Village. Yeah, you've probably seen all of them. But the one I like is, so I'll just like kind of go over it. Vivian sets up an heirloom miniature Christmas village resembling their town and tells her daughter it grants Christmas wishes. And then as the daughter starts setting up the figurines, real life events seem to mimic the scene she creates. With a little help from the magic of the Christmas village, the family will be brought closer together, and just maybe the mom will learn to open her heart again. Hi, Dirty Uncle Sal. Hi, Teresa. But see, I like those magical ones, Grace Case. Like the completely, I don't know. Do you remember the one where they had a snow globe and the gal would like go into the snow globe? Hey, Deb Mormer, you guys finished up quick. That was fun over there, Deb. I got the heebie-jeebies now. So then I chose to talk about Hallmark Christmas movies to shake off the spookies. But yeah, Grace Case, go look up. It has them all and like the little synopsis. I mean, 3 wise men and a baby. Of course I'm going to watch it. Oh, thanks, Deb. Yeah, it's our Friday night happy hour. Shake off the week, ease into the weekend. Deb, I started my live late because I was busy goofing off over on your channel. Worth it. It was fun. Sorry, Grace Case. I like those. I like the scary stories. I have sometimes I'll watch like I used to watch American Horror Story, but I stopped watching it because I don't know, went downhill in my opinion. But I used to turn off all the lights in my house and then I would light a couple candles. And sometimes this is so dumb, but I would sit with my back to this stairwell because it was creepier, enhance my experience. Up the heebie-jeebie factor. Yeah. Someday I'll show you pictures of my bathroom because it's super creepy. I mean, upon initial inspection, it is not, but it's so big and long. And like when I moved in, I didn't think anything of it. First of all, it's at the top of that stairwell. And then I walked in there one night and I was like, oh my gosh, there are a good 30 places for people to hide. Like there could be 15 people in here and I would have no idea. It no longer creeps me out, but it did for a couple days. And the stairs have those light switches that glow orange at night so you can see where they are. So I would lay in bed and be like, are those eyes looking at me? It's just a light switch. Take your time, Teresa. I'll be here just chit-chatting about whatever. Dirty Uncle Sal, you set yourself up for that. Then you watch Deb's creepy ghost movies. Oh, I think I'm going to do a stream next week about the Oreos. We got to come up with a name for our series. So everyone ponder that. Oh, you know what? I saw something on Instagram where it was, I don't know if this is true or not. I did not Google it, but someone said, what's a fact that is true but no one knows? And Charles Entertainment Cheese is Chuck E. Cheese's real name. And it made me laugh. So I just named the stream that because I needed a nonsensical name. I don't want to put pressure on myself with the title. So I just come up with whatever. Yeah. But the little Instagram story said his real name is Charles Entertainment Cheese, and he was an orphan, so he didn't know his real birthday. So that's why he throws birthday parties for other kids. So who knows? That's a real sad and tragic backstory, if any of it is true. I kind of hope it's not, because what a great, like, I believed the guy when he said it. And it kind of makes me enjoy that guy, where I'm like, I like his sense of humor. Hey, Mousy. Mousy says, I had issues. Your grocery store is HEB? The Butts family. I had a teacher when I was little whose name was Mr. Butts. Do you still call it Harry Butts? because I feel like you should. Did they have a kid named Seymour? They will now when Grace Case spreads the humor. All right. Anybody have anything fantastic to share this week? Any good news? I have nothing amazing. Although, this is good news. I did a face mask last weekend. And all week long, I've been like, my skin looks amazing. And it wasn't until like Wednesday or Thursday that I put together that the face mask is probably what caused that. Grace Case is on vacation. Always leading with the Grace Case. You always trump all of us with your good news. Are you going anywhere? Don't tell us because I don't know if that's safe. Enjoy your vacation. Three weeks? Grace Case. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I just got really jealous of you. Ooh, I would go to the coast. I would also take one day where I wake up, I would make something delicious for breakfast. Hey, Kirsten, I've been thinking about you all week. Sorry, I had to cough for a moment. How have you been? Okay, back to my fantasy vacation day. I would wake up, I'd make a delicious breakfast, and then I would probably take a bubble bath in the morning because that's a little luxurious. Then I would put on my favorite clothes, favorite pajama pants, favorite sweatshirt, favorite loungewear. And then I would make a cup of tea or maybe a coffee, a spiked coffee. Might be early in the day for that. I don't know. And then I would curl up on my couch. I would light a fire in the fireplace and I would switch between watching crappy Hallmark movies and reading a book. Then for dinner, I would make, I don't know, something really good. So maybe do a day like that. That's just a suggestion off the top of my head. Ugh. They shouldn't be able to tell you that you can't take vacation time. Because if you've earned it, then they can't put limits on when you can take it. Or so I've been told. I don't know if that's true. Should be true. I love a good bubble bath. It's fantastic to see you, Kirsten. How's summer treating you? Loving the weather? That's what I was thinking about. I was like, maybe we haven't seen Kirsten because she's like, forget the internet. Beautiful weather's here. That's not fair either. 5 days at a time. I would figure out a workaround. I used to be I always took mine during the holidays, and I would like figure it out where I could take the most time off but use the least amount of vacation days. Hey, Mrs. Cassandra. Well, it's pretty stimulating conversation, Mrs. Cassandra, so good thing you're listening. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, it rains a lot in the spring. I love a rainy day, though. Good. I'm glad she's gone for you, Grace Case, because no one should work for a jerk. It's just, it ruins. It's insidious and ruins every other aspect of your life, I think. So, what else is happening, guys? Yeah, it just gets it like after work, you're in a bad mood, so you don't feel like doing anything. I don't know. I used to spend like Sundays just miserable because I knew Monday was around the corner. Kirsten, I'm going to have to pass on a teen boy for many reasons, most of them legal. All right, what else we got going, everybody? Any other good news to share? Anything we should celebrate? I don't believe you, Kirsten. Yeah, me too, Mrs. Cassandra. Although, you know what I did today? So I woke up this morning and I had a real attitude, and it was not a good one. And so at about 9 a.m., I was like, I'm going to reset this day. And I went back to bed for a little bit. And then when I woke up, I had a new attitude. And I was like, remember this trick? Because I don't even know why I woke up like in a crabapple mood to begin with. But it was not working for me. And I was like, reset this, try again. What does she still have all her toes mean? Oh, got it. I caught up. Mousie's kid tried to mow the lawn. Do my lawn, guys. Don't get me started. I don't like them. Teens are in the second phase of being toddlers. That's why they stink. A lot of emotions. They don't know how to express themselves. Big growth spurt. Grace Case, I wish I lived in the same city as you because we cannot find a good lawn guy to save our lives. It's a mess. And my lawn guy had the gall to tell me that weed eating is extra. I was like, get out of here. Get out of here, lawn guy. I mean, mow the lawn first, please. And as it turns out, he doesn't mow my backyard. He just weed eats it. But he has to walk through a gate that he refuses to weed eat around and is now overgrown with weeds to get to my back lawn. So now I'm looking for a new lawn guy. It's a hard life I live, everyone. A real hard life. What a stupid problem. But it is frustrating. Yeah, Grace Case, it's so dumb. And then I don't understand it. I'm like, what if you just walked with the weed eater on? You would like encounter those weeds. It's so. And I've gotten this company a lot of business. Like, I have a whole bunch of houses in a row on my street. We all use the same company because of me. And which also is a secret brilliant plan because you don't have to mow as often because all of our grass is always the same height. So we can let it go a little bit longer because no one looks out of place. My lawn guy charges $35 too. And they hate me because I only have them do the backyard every other time. But no one ever goes in my backyard, like my far backyard. So don't do it. I've thought about buying a Roomba mower. I should get one and then see how much my neighbors will pay me if I just send him out to like do the whole street. He would pay for himself in no time. Oh no, Teresa, that is rough living in an apartment and waiting for maintenance. I had the best landlord before I moved here. And I had super inexpensive rent because when he met me, he goes, I just want like a good tenant who will stay here for a really long time. And I did because it was a great place. And he would come by. If something was broken, it was always fixed by the time I got home from work. And then he would leave me a note on my dining room table with what he repaired. And like one time I had Christmas cookies in a little, I don't know, tin thing or whatever. And he left me a note like, this is what was wrong with your heater. And then he said, and I ate 2 cookies. They were delicious. I was like, all right. So sometimes I still miss him. If you landscape my backyard, will you please put like no landscaping in because I don't want to ever have to deal with it. Like I don't want a plant to prune. I don't want anything to mow. I mean, I just want it to like I want no maintenance. Yeah, Teresa, if I lived in like an apartment complex, I probably wouldn't. But I mean, I rented from like a sweet old guy. It was a duplex I lived in. So I lived in one side. And he was a really nice guy. I mean, my rent was like nothing. I mean, a little bit. Sometimes I'm like, why did I move from there? Because that was a really inexpensive place to live. Yeah, I don't want to do any landscape. Like if you're like, okay, one time a year you have to go out and trim this with scissors, I'd be like, that's a bit much. Like I have no desire. I mean, it's enough to take care of the inside. And I just killed a little plant. He's sitting in the middle of my dining room table. I think I overfed him. See, that's what I need to live next door to Mousy. Be like, Mousy, will you take care of my outside? Grace Case, they have that around here too. But is that really necessary? You have to pay for it, don't you? Yeah. I used to live next door to someone, Mousy, that would water all my flowers for me. I would go outside and be like, these look great. She's like, yeah, I did them this morning. Oh, see, I don't even want to cut grass. I just don't care. It's not, I don't care. Once it, like, if it's past my back door, I'm like, I will not maintain that. I don't even think we should have grass. I think we should just let it go natural. Let the wildflowers grow. It does help that I don't know. My neighbor next door to me really is into her lawn, so she always makes me feel bad about mine. I'm like, I don't care. I mean, I'll decorate your patio for you if you're into that. But other than that, yeah, see, Kirsten, it's like great in theory, and then you have it, and you're like, this is a lot of work. And I mean, I always think I can take care of either the inside or the outside, but I can't do both. I mean, I can, but to have a life too. So I do too, Grace Case. That's my super fantasy. I mean, I would live out there on that porch. You know what's odd though is I don't mind like staining my deck. Like I'll do that, but ask me to like mess with the plants and the dirt. I just don't care. But I want to care. But I don't. Dude, I just had a weird fly problem, which makes me think something died outside my house because there were a lot of them. But I never did smell anything, so I could not locate a source. I don't think I hate most things that fly. I love bats. And the bats come to my backyard every night at dusk, at twilight. Spring colors are beautiful. I love spring. I hate winter. That's what I don't like the cold. But last summer stunk because it was too hot. It was so hot you couldn't do anything. I mean, you couldn't. It was too hot to even like go to the store. You had to wait for the sun to go down, and then you're like, and now I can venture out. Or you had to get up first thing in the morning and go run errands because it was miserable. Ooh, I do like bats. I just like them because they come swoop my yard and they eat all the mosquitoes and stuff. And they'll fly right by your head and miss you. They're pretty neat. But they like swing by every evening and do a yard cleanup for me. And I'm like, thanks, guys. You're welcome anytime. Holy cow, that is huge. That's crazy. You track them on radar? I kind of want to look that up. I wonder if they do any. I'm sure they do stuff like that around here. I will say, not having that tree next to my driveway is great because now no birds and whatnot do their business on my car. So that's been awesome. And I did hear an owl the other night when I was taking my trash out. So get 'em, owl. Whatever you're after. Yeah, I figured it out, Grace Case. I just didn't want to say it. The tree Free Life is glorious. I cannot explain how freeing it is to just wheel my trash down the driveway, to not have to go pick up my driveway for 20 minutes before I try and exit my house. Man. I mean, I don't want to cut down trees, but that tree was a menace. And I do not miss it one bit. Grace, because I just went back to your. If you haven't figured out where I live, and I'm like, I don't know if you could have spelled it out any clearer. Yeah, you should have been scared. That tree was terrifying. And last night I was sitting upstairs and I heard something hit my house, and I'm like, what was that? What could it be? Yeah, I mean, I could tell you where I live and it's not that big a deal. But I kind of like the mystery of not knowing because, I mean, also, who cares? Oh, you guys, I didn't transfer it to my computer, so maybe I shouldn't even bring it up. Never mind. I'll save it for next Friday. All I'm saying is there's a candy store update. Tune in next Friday. So what else is happening, everybody? I had a slow week. I don't really have much to share. My Soda Stream officially broke. I could not repair it, so that's pretty devastating. I don't know. Other than that, I was like regular life. It's a good tease, Grace Case. I got a video, is all I'm saying. It's not the best video. I was driving at the time, but at least you can get you'll get like a small glimpse into the crazy world of the candy store gym. Kirsten, oh no. What happened to your vacuum? What kind of vacuum was it? What kind are you going to get? I love vacuums. Oh no, I am supposed to tell Claire something about vacuums. Congratulations, Deb Mormer. Woo. I've been stuck at the 50 mark. Like, I'll get up to 56, then I lose them. Then I get up to like 54, then I lose them. But I did set a goal for this week because get this, everybody. I have 173 watch hours. Can you believe it? Neither can I. So I hope to get to 200 this, like, by Monday. I'm not coming back next Friday. It's a video, Mrs. Cassandra. But I have to look at it on my computer and make sure, like, I don't think you can read the name of the store or anything. But I was driving by it and they were working out and they had the door open. So you could hear the music pumping from quite a ways away. But it also is not the best video because I was driving. So it was like spur of the moment decision. I was at a stop sign, like a fair ways away from the store, and I'm like, I'm going to record it. And there was no one behind me, so I could like mess with my phone enough to get it to record. And I tried to go slow enough, but I don't know. Also, it is really, you feel really creepy driving by recording something like that. What's up, John? How's it going? You know, YouTube is really being, I don't know what, something happened. They must have done some internal update and they're like, because first of all, YouTube will not let me know when people who I watch all the time go live, but it'll be like, I don't know, name some YouTuber I don't watch. It'll be like, Chuck E. Cheese is going live. And I'm like, who is that? What? I watched one of their videos 9 months ago and you're like, Hey, everybody. John in here pushing your cookies. Hey, John, we're starting our Oreo, I don't know, Flavor Fest next week. And we got to come up with a name for it. Also, I had no idea how many flavors of Oreos there are. So that threw me for a loop. I mean, a big loop. Yeah, John, that's what it's doing to me. Some house storing channel I watched once showed up at my. I know. I'll be like, what are you talking about? I'm like, it's messed up. Or I think I said this. YouTube still, I watched one bunny video and they're still pushing the bunnies on me. I'm like, back off, YouTube. Jeez. But the people that I watch, like EKC, never get a notification for her. Never. Claire, 50-50 shot. But Claire usually schedules hers like enough ahead of time that I can go in and like put a reminder on for it. It's so ridiculous. It's frustrating. I've done that, Deb. And YouTube also, there's another channel that I watch pretty regularly, but I don't chat in it. Like I just, I don't know. They talk a lot. Well, sometimes I chat, whatever. But I watch it almost every day and it keeps unsubscribing me from it. It's unsubscribed me 5 times. And I will go, even if I don't watch, I'll go back and like every video. I don't understand that. I watched one cute bunny video, Grace Case. He was playing with a toy. It got me. But now it's like, YouTube's like, you love bunnies? Bunnies are your favorite thing ever? I'm like, well, how about all the people that I actually want to watch and do watch? It's irritating. And it doesn't make sense. I mean, are they just assuming that they're like, well, you go and we'll do a search for these. So no need to remind you it's happening. What Discord comment? If you're in Claire's Discord, she has a bot that announces. Oh, you guys in your Discord. One day I'm just going to stroll in there and no one will be there. Best bunny vids ever. Should I watch those? Oh, that reminds me. Oh, I forgot to do something. I'll do it next week. Daystar cream filling. I mean, I don't hate it. Do you realize how long the Oreo, I don't know, flavor favor thing will go? It's going to go forever. Because I sat down last night and just said, I was like, oh, I'll just make a quick list of all the flavors currently available. Holy bejeez. There were so many. And then I'm like, some of them are disgusting too. But that's why so far we have 5 flavor testers, I believe, confirmed. Although Mousy and Mrs. Cassandra, I don't believe you've ever said yes, but I'm including you, so now we have 7. Yes. Well, and they just announced Snickerdoodle, so that wasn't even on my list. It's kind of fun though. I went to Amazon and typed in Oreos and I was like, good lord. But some of them I'm like, I'm not going to include these if they aren't easy to purchase. Like we're not going to make somebody pay $12 for a thing of Oreos. So I figure I'm just going to go to some of my local stores and see what's available. Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out, John, because I'm like, some of these, I don't know. I guess we'll have to figure that out. Here's what I was thinking. Well, I mean, I was going to discuss this next week in our planning phase stream. But I was just going to make a little calendar and like assign a flavor to every week. And then we would assign that to a person and people can choose which ones they want. But that way everyone has the list though. So if you want to participate in that week's flavor, you can. Because there's some flavors I'm like, I will not be purchasing that. But other ones I'm like, I would try that one. Oh, that's a good idea, Grace Case. Yeah, because I was like, I'm going to have to go to the store and see what's in the cookie aisle. But it's different too from store to store. Are you guys busy? Oh, Mrs. Cassandra, do you mean the ones you sent me this morning where you're like, these are delicious? I can see if I can get that on my computer. Let's see if that is what you were referencing. Peanut butter and Oreos sounds terrible. I will tell you this. I had the dark chocolate ones, and if it didn't say dark chocolate, I would not have known it was dark chocolate. Hang on, I'm working on getting the... All right. John, I'm going to recommend that you go to Trader Joe's immediately and purchase their peanut butter cups and then compare them to the Reese's peanut butter cups. And then you'll never purchase Reese's again. I firmly believe that. That's how much better they are. Kirsten, you don't have any fancy flavors of Oreos in New Zealand? That's crazy. Do you want us to write letters for you? We'll be like, this is important. It's for YouTube channels. Here's what Mrs. Cassandra sent me this morning. She's already rated them. And I'd like you to know, waffle cone flavored cookie. I didn't notice that until just now. Hang on, I gotta go back to YouTube and make sure my screen share is working. It is. You don't have flavored Oreos either, Deb Mormer? Oh my gosh. That's weird. See, it is regional. Maybe I should write Oreos and be like, can you tell me more about your flavor distribution throughout the country / world? I bet they'd write me back. Look at the cream in these Neapolitan ones. Chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. I mean, they look beautiful. Would you call this an Oreo, though? I don't think I do. That's something for us to discuss in our Oreo streams. You know, in all honesty, Kirsten, I don't think you are either. I think at the end of this investigation, my conclusion will be original Oreos are the best. That's the hypothesis I am working with. And I'm a dunker too. I love dunking the Oreo. It was delicious after a donut. Whoa. I know. I think of you with that mint and chocolate because, I mean, I've only had that one time. And I had the fudge covered mint and chocolate. And it was not my favorite. The mint was like gritty or something. So I think maybe I had old cookies. See, Toffee Crunch kind of sounds good. I love toffee. I love Oreos. I don't know if I want them together. Grace Case made a call for Toffee Crunch. Well, I mean, how are we going to do it? I mean, we have to get an exhaustive list of all current, obviously, this is my part of the project, all current flavors available. And then, yeah, I think I'll do the Google Doc and everyone can sign up for what flavor they want. Do you think there's flavors no one will claim? I bet there are. Oh, yeah, Teresa, you're our control because Teresa doesn't like chocolate Oreos. Can you believe it? I think that's wild. So she's our golden Oreo go-to. I think they already have them out, John. And they have out a little kit where you can decorate the Oreos to look like little mummies or Frankensteins. Deb, I would not drive for Oreos either. They're not that delicious. Pumpkin spice, I will not consume that one. I have no interest. And the one for their Christmas one is Snickerdoodle. And see, that doesn't sound good with Oreos to me. Here's my question for you guys. Do you prefer the cream filling or the cookie outside? I like the outside better. I like the cookie part. Do I think it's better with the cream filling? Yes and no. It depends. And did you see when I was looking up the flavors? Did you know that they sell Oreo cookie crumbs? I mean, which is genius because in the factory they're like, "What do we do with all these crumbs?" And some woman who worked there is like, "Why don't you sell them?" But I mean, that to me, you've got to be filthy rich to just not make your own cookie crumbs. And they sell different sizes. So they sell like medium crumbs, small crumbs. I was like, get out of town, Oreo. They're crazy. You like the double stuffed golden Oreos? I've never had that. I've never been a double stuffed Oreo fan myself. Grace Case, you know what you should do? We should get the what's the cookie Oreos based off of? Hydrox? We should review those. They have triple stuffed? That's too much stuff. I think maybe the people who work at Nabisco. I mean, I bet they're really fun people to hang out with. Because they're like sitting at the bar and they just think of dumb stuff. And they're like, we'll do it. We'll put it in cookie form. People will buy this. And buy it, we will. Yeah, I think. And mega stuffed. I was a little bit. I I was off in Oreo land. All right, I'm going back. Now I am ignoring your comments, you dirty birds. Cakesters. Yeah, and what about the Oreo wafer sticks? Have you seen those? Yeah, the Pride cookies I thought were beautiful. And I like how did you get a package of them, John? Because were they in like rainbow order inside the package? I did. I went back and read it, Kirsten, and I was like, nope. I did think it was funny though. And now I can't say stuffing. That's too much stuff. I was about to tell a dirty story, and I'm not going to. You almost got me. You almost sucked me in. Yeah, I saw them on online too. I'll look and I mean, maybe they'll be around here. I'm not doing it. It was- Now everything I think is is well, you know what it is. Now I do see why she's in the basement. Don't worry though, we'll slide cookies under the door. Now everything I think to say just sounds dirty. You've ruined me, Mrs. Cassandra. No one does believe you're innocent. Or maybe you are. I like how the Oreo cookie talk ran some people off. She did corrupt me. I'm over here. I'm innocent. I'm naive to the double and triple stuffs of the world. I like creepers in the bushes, not at my house, but in the YouTube world. It is kind of fun though, because you're like, who's out there? Who is it? I always think that at the end of the weekend too, I'm like, who the heck watched this? I'll never know. You guys are dirty birds. And I enjoy it. Oh, weird, Deb. Yeah. I haven't seen you in a while. Well, last I saw you said, I'll just watch and listen. I think YouTube's like mildly broken right now. Who knows? Okay, what else is happening? I can't think of words to say because they all sound sexual in origin now. So, about Chuck E. Cheese. Well, I said where his name came from. I don't know if it's true or not. I didn't Google it. And no, I didn't see any other chats from you, Deb. And I'm reading the chat in StreamYard, so it must not have come through. Let me go back and look just in case. Nope, the last one I saw was I'll just watch and listen. YouTube hates me. YouTube hates all of us. Oh. Maybe YouTube did block them. I didn't think about that. Do I have to go to YouTube to check it? Let me look, Deb, and see if you got reprimanded. Where do I look? In the studio? Or in my stream? That's what I'm thinking. I bet Deb said something dirty. But I don't know how to tell, like, if a comment was held. Does anybody know where I look? Because I've done that before, Deb, where I said something and it, like, shows that I sent my chat, but it shows, like, a little faded on my screen or something. Do I see your comment right above? The last comment I see from you, Deb, is LOL at Grace Case. Before, do you see my comment right above? You guys, you're like, do you see me? Hey, everybody, read my chat. Above that. I only asked if anyone has plans for the weekend. Oh, now I see your joke, John. But that's, yeah, I see those. But I think I missed that because I went over to YouTube to try and figure out if you were, like, had a comment blocked or something. But that, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, Deb. I don't know what happened because they don't show up. But I don't know what blocked comments look like though. So I don't know what I thought I was going to go look at. Do I have a moderating? I don't know. In conclusion, I have no answers. Yes, Grace Case. That's what you got to do. Because it's never. Sometimes, though, you just have to be like, this is the day. Everyone make it work. Because it's impossible for it to be like a good time for everyone. I wonder what's happening, Deb. When's the last time you turned your computer all the way off? That's always my solution. You know what? I don't use blocked words either. And I don't have any blocked words on my channel. But sometimes YouTube will like pull a comment for whatever reason. But when it does that, I would think it would show up for like approval. Like I would get a little. Oh, wait. So my little comments thing on the right of my screen. Wait a sec. Okay, I need you guys to say something. Okay, never mind. I thought I'd discovered something brilliant, but I didn't. Yeah, I don't know why it would do that. And I feel like if you said something, because when I had mine blocked, I feel like I was in EKC's chat because I remember Claire being like, you're okay. Like, you're okay with all the mods. You didn't do anything. Because same thing was happening to me. Mine weren't showing up. But then I went back and figured out it's because I said something. Like, it wasn't bad what I said, but I could see, you know what I mean, how it could be interpreted. Who's the hose beast? I'm sorry, Deb. Then when you do type, you're like, it's going nowhere. I'm frustrated for you. Yeah, I don't know. It is wasting your pain. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, man, she's going through this. I want to read her comments. wonder why it's doing that. You got blocked from Steve's channel? Why? What'd you do? Oh, I was like, I thought you meant like yesterday or something. I'm like, that's weird. I tried to watch one of his videos tonight because it was about a like KJ lawsuit thing, and I was like, man, I'm out. Hey, always createful. How's it going? Okay, Teresa, now that you say that, I wonder if I've had that problem too, where of not seeing everyone's comments and you're in live chat. Because I've had, or like, I'll be in a chat and people are responding to something, and I'm like, I don't see that. And it's not like someone who's hidden from me. Like, they'll be responding like to Mousy, and then I'm like, what? Like, the chat will suddenly not make sense to me. You know, it does kind of suck that Chrysalis settled, but also not incredibly unexpected. I have been in chats where I see comments disappear. Oh, you can't see Always Createful? Okay, so basically it's not our issue, it's all YouTube. That's annoying. You got you got blocked by Chris Boozy? You must be following some law tubers. That's funny. Sorry for that long pause. I was going back and reading all the chats because I was like, did it just happen again? I do not understand what people are saying. Now I'm paranoid. Oh, your side conversations make no sense to me. How odd. My brain is dumb. Oh, no, he blocked you because you asked him a question? What a freaking loser. I watched a little bit. Did you did you watch Nate the lawyer's like breakdown today for the lawsuit where he's like, here's how much I've been billed and here's everything that's going on? I was like, okay. I appreciate it. I mean, I don't care. I didn't donate, whatever. But also, it felt like it was like a bit of a shot at other people. See, I have no time for the comment remover. Like, obviously, he doesn't believe anything he's saying if he's scared to like discuss it with people. And I mean, I understand like pulling out certain comments. Yeah, I watched about half of it too. And then I was like, I don't care about any of this. I mean, I don't even really know the full backstory on why he sued him or if it's a valid lawsuit or anything. I mean, I guess it is because he's a lawyer. But I mean, it's also Nate and he, I don't know, spends a lot of time worrying about Steve McRae. So that gives him a little less credibility. Yes, disingenuous would be a good word. I'm like, I don't know. He's just like he is. I thought a lot less of him when I learned more about him, and I don't know, messing around with Uni and Steve and all them. I'm like, you're, well, what you are who you are. Whatever. I do like the guy he hired as a lawyer. Have you ever seen him? I think he's pretty funny. I wonder. Wait a sec. Nope. Yeah, not much though, based on his like shady dealings and like I don't know. It's so weird because you'll see him like trying to do a stream where he's like, "I'm an intelligent lawyer," and then he's like, "Listen, Steve McRae," and I'm like, "What? Get it? Stop it!" It's just stupid. And the only reason, I mean, I like went over there to see about the lawsuit and stuff because I still don't really know what happened. Ooh, Backwoods Barbie blocked you, Grace Case? Mousy caused a huge uproar with Backwoods Barbie. She's the one that started all that, like, Renelle making a video. Maybe you were seen communicating with, like, I don't know. Yes, John, he totally does that. He definitely twists some narrative to, like, and I watched, like, I watched him one time do the thing where he's like, Steve did have a restraining order against him. And I'm like, you're stretching, buddy. Like, it just, So then he does stuff like that, and then he, like, expects me to tune in and listen to him, like, analyze some actual law. I'm like, "No, thank you." I don't know. I watched Backwoods Barbie a little bit, but she's one of those people who's, like, too screamy for me, and a lot of stuff she talks about, I don't care about. Like, I don't watch a lot of those shows. I like Emily D. Baker. Law and Lumber, I could take him or leave him. Sometimes I enjoy him, but sometimes I'm like, it gets a little too, I don't know, snooty for me. I like Natalie Lawyerchick. I think she's hilarious. And I think when she does commentary on like a trial, that hers are the best. But I think I like the people. I like her and I like Emily D. Baker and I like Law and Lumber because they're like have courtroom experience. So what they say makes more sense to me. I know, Teresa. That's when I stopped watching any Backwoods Barbie too when she's like, I'm being hacked by KJ. I'm like, are you? I don't. I mean, I watched her videos like when she would go off about KJ because I thought those were funny. That's bad of me. I shouldn't. But sometimes I do a little too much hate watching. But it's so easy to fall into. Charlotte doesn't make goo goo eyes at Uncivil. Like I mean, Uncivil was brilliant for like being like, Charlotte, I'll help explain all these KJ lawsuits because I mean, he gets everybody from Charlotte's chat. I don't know. Yeah, I don't. We talked about this last week, John. I don't watch Uncivil at all. And then for a while, he went through that like get wasted and just get furious at his chat for asking questions about the law. I'm like, I was actually surprised that he is, well, not surprised. I did watch him a little bit during the Depp trial because he would go on Legal Bites channel and do commentary, and all the other lawyers in the panel would get subscribers, and he would be over there like, I'm still sitting at whatever number. And I'm like, well, maybe try interacting like a human. You know what, Grace Case, though? He looks a lot better now. Like maybe he's calmed down the drinking a bit. I mean, maybe he just fixed his lighting, but something's changed. took a shower. I don't know. That was rude. But I'm sorry. Just went rude on it. Yes. I'm not saying he looks fantastic, but better. Better than the that could be. I know. I feel bad about that mouse. Yeah. That was rude. But sometimes I think that. Who else? I'm trying to think of I just think he's got some issues that maybe haven't been addressed. I mean, he's out there, he's trying. And I will say this, he did hate his job. And that does mess with your brain a lot and your happiness. So maybe he is like better mentally. I don't know. I don't watch him anymore. I mean, I will see him on other people's streams, but there's better law tubers to watch, I believe. Oh, thanks, Teresa. No one has ever said that to me before, and I appreciate it. Because I do not feel like I have a good voice. Great minds, John. And that is not a creep. I think that's a great compliment. I tell people, I had a friend who always called me crazy because I would tell people when they smell good. And he would be like, that is a weird thing to tell people. I'm like, people love hearing it. Like, so why not tell them? Like, I'll be riding that compliment high all weekend, Teresa. Yeah, his drinking was a little. I mean, especially if you're like trying to make YouTube a job, like, don't get wasted. Crazy. Also, no one's ever described me as calming. Thanks, guys. I can't tell you what it is, but I have a compliment that it is my life's goal. The reason I can't tell you what it is because I want to receive it unprompted. And it's been 15 years, hasn't happened yet, but it will. I fully believe it. Yeah, he did really treat other people like crap. And I think my issue was he would get on his channel and be like, I want to teach people about the law. And so his chat would be like, hey, I have a question about the law. And he would get furious with them. I'm like, That's the whole reason you're here, is to like, or so you claim. If you don't want to teach people, cool, but don't say that you want to. Stop it. Did he do that? Jeremy, is that his name? The quartering? Every once in a while, I like click into his videos and then I'm like, why did I click in here? He's I did, well, this sounds wrong, but I was like, I did like hearing his swatting story. I don't know if I liked hearing it, but I thought it was interesting. Yeah, I agree, John. That's what I did. Like, and so YouTube is weird too, because like you'll watch somebody a few times and be like, I don't really like this person, but YouTube keeps suggesting them. And for some reason, for myself, randomly, I'll be like, maybe I'll watch this video again of this person. And then I have to like watch it and be like, oh, yes, I don't like them. But I'll do that numerous times. And I get kind of irritated. His videos are so stupid because he's just pulling up like articles and reads them. I'm like, thanks for reading the home screen on your computer to me. Sorry, guys. Okay, Grace Case, tell me the bunny channel. Or a squirrel channel. Actually, I was just gonna. Do you get? Oh, what's his name? There's this guy on Instagram, and he has 2 squirrels that come up on his patio, and he feeds them. And for some reason, this man cracks me up. Like he's just, and he's getting way into like the squirrels on his patio. Like he had a little house for him, and then I don't know. They're funny. Ooh, that's a good call. I need to block AZ because every once in a while I'll watch one of hers and I get livid. And I'm like, okay, first of all, you know this is going to happen. So do not watch her. I mean, she's wild. What's your great squirrel channel, Grace Case? Yeah. I'm not comfortable seeing all my thoughts online. So, but I think she may need some assistance. Yes, Grace Case. I haven't watched all of his, but I've watched a few. Dude, I've really been trying to shut down the hate watching because I will have a noticeable mood change. Like, it makes no sense. And there's just certain people, and I know going into it, I'm like, this person will tick me off. So why? And I don't like everything they're saying is incorrect or contradicted threw out their own statements. And I'm like, just don't click in. Don't click in. But sometimes I do it when I'm like, I can't find anything else to watch. Yeah. I went through a big, long period where I did not hate watch, and then I'll fall into it. Like, I don't know. I had one weekend a few months ago where I'm like, well, I guess I need to watch all these streams that I don't want to watch. And I don't even know why I thought that. But I wanted to like figure out what was happening. And so I was hate watching them all. I like was livid the whole weekend. I'm like, that ruined my weekend. I should have not done that. You know what I think YouTube should work on? Because I was blocked from a channel, but that channel would still be recommended to me. And I'm like, listen, quit slapping me in the face, YouTube. I've been blocked from that channel. I'm not going to go watch it. Yeah, the gossip lures me in, Teresa. And then I just get ticked off and I'm like, you know what? Just find the gossip out somewhere else. There's 8,000 people who will talk about it. You don't have to get it from the people who infuriate you. Not healthy. Not good. I'm not trolling. I'm trolling only as my name. If I won't stand behind Jujubee and say it, then I shouldn't be saying it. See, in some channels, I'm like, do not recommend that to me. I will never click on it. And then I get ticked because, like, if I have it on my TV and I'll think I'm clicking on a different channel, and then I'm like, no, I clicked on the wrong channel. If you're blocked from a channel, you can still watch the channel. You just can't comment on it. Yeah, that happened to me too, John. I'm like, I used to like, well, I don't know. It kind of feels like a whole bunch of people lost their mind. Someday, someday I should do a huge thing about like when I watched From the Bushes and what I thought. But maybe I shouldn't because some of the stuff is pretty cruel. Not cruel. But it's real humans, not a soap opera. And I treated it like a soap opera. Exactly, Teresa. We just need to keep our heads out of that mayhem. I don't see how that would ever happen, Mousy. I think they would get you for like 30 seconds. You'd be like, maybe wait a second. No. Right? Everyone would know me instantly if I did that, Teresa. I'd just drop a few like phenomenals and I don't know what else I say, but I feel like I would be busted pretty quickly. I've always been told I have a unique speech pattern. I do not know if that's true. But I get a lot of, oh, you've been hanging out with Juju for a while because you're starting to talk like her. So I don't know what that means, but I agree. You know what? I was thinking about this too because some creators that I really like, I'm like, stop with the drama. And I think like they just enjoy the drama. Yeah, if I ever fell in with him, I am under duress and send help immediately. But I think like and people who are like, "Well, I saw you over in this person's chat." Who cares? Like it doesn't matter. Also, maybe get more hobbies than YouTube because if you have time to like track where everyone goes, I don't get something better to do. I don't even know how to type SOS. I'll Google that. If I ever say, I think AZ is making a good point here. Help me. I need help then. I know exactly, Grace Case. I'm like, I'm questionable 50% of the time. And just because I like somebody doesn't mean I'm like I knew it was one or the other, John. I didn't know which was which. Like short, long, short, long, short, long. Um, and just because I go to a channel doesn't mean I'm like I'm behind everything this channel's ever done. Like, f off with that. Yeah, Mousy and I call them the Mean Girls. Ugh. I mean, they wild out too. And make stuff up. Like, I don't have time for any of that. Making stuff up. Or, I don't know. It's too exhausting. Like, I would be exhausted fighting like that all the time. I mean, I think at some point everybody is going to make a valid point, but I don't. Mm, I don't know. AZ's like too. Well, she's too mean for me, and she's too conspiracy theorist. I don't know. I mean, whatever. Like, she's just not for me. Julie, I've never really watched Julie. Um, I like Nikki. Nikki has a really fun chat. EKC, I want to like sometimes with her, I'm like, get out of the drama. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she is very abrasive. And I don't find her funny. Like, she very much, how some people just grate on your nerves? She's one of those for me. But I would suspect she would hate me. So, I mean, I don't hate her. Whatever. I just don't watch her. I don't really mod, Teresa. That's my problem. I mean, I try and like say hi to everybody, but I suck at that. But I do like posting a link. And I thought of a good prompt for one of them the other day, which I'm like, I can't remember right now, but it'll come back to me. I'm like, oh, I got to remember that. Well, I think EKC was close to like losing a lot of viewers because letting all those trolls come in there and stuff, like her chat wasn't fun anymore. Thanks, Teresa. Yeah, I like anybody who just lets their chat be. You know, like talk about whatever. I mean, don't like, I don't know. Don't let the trolls in to go crazy and all that because that is not fun. Yes, Mousy, excellent point. I don't like how mean and cruel some of them can be. I can't stand someone who's mean just to be mean. Like, that's not fun. And if you're like, be like EKC's translator videos are the way to do it. Oh, for sure, Grace Case. John, I would be right there with you. Because there's times too, like those trolls stroll in, and either everyone takes their bait, which is exactly what they want, and gets us to like stop talking about whatever we're talking about, or we all just like piece out of it. Yeah, I kind of get that, Grace Case, like some places, but most places, I don't know. Like, I come on here mainly to goof off. And so anytime I'm like, first of all, quit fighting about something that happened 3 years ago. Get over it. Or don't, but shut up about it. And then like that's why I like all you guys, because you'll like dick around and chat and be like we'll randomly make a comment about whoever's talking about, and then we're like, yeah, let's like fuck off over here and talk about the color purple or what. I don't know. I'm like, I just want to goof off. I'm in here to have fun and like have some laughs at the end of the day. And can we please stop talking? And it's the same exact conversation over and over and over. Although we are hitting the Oreos pretty hard, but still. But like we're being funny about it. They're just like picking fights about stuff, and I'm like, that happened in 1997. Jesus, like. But then sometimes when the trolls come in and we like keep goofing off, you know, it drives them crazy. And I'm like, I refuse. I will not acknowledge any of your like freaking hooks you're throwing out there to try and distract us. I'm like, I will keep goofing around. Yeah, exactly. Plus, half the time, I don't care about whatever the person on panel is talking about. Like, I started, EKC posted all that stuff about nonsense today. He did miss parts, yeah. And I started to watch it, and I'm like, I don't care about this story at all. I'm out of here. That's what I said, John. I said it to Mousy or someone behind the scenes. I'm like, I would just be like, that's not what we're talking about right now. Here's a link to where I explained everything. Get out of here. Or stay, but we're not talking about that. Okay. I'm glad that we were entertaining her because she was so upset too. And I'm like, we're like over there having our talk. And I hate that she was that upset. I mean, people shouldn't make someone that upset on YouTube. It's not that serious. Like, I don't know. I just don't get it. I'm like, it's just fun, right? Like, aren't we all here for fun? Did we all forget that we like came here to goof off? Lisa Lee is fun too. I like her. I semi agree with that, Grace Case, because there are sometimes with EKZ I'm like, whoa. But I mean, I think any stream about KJ is, and I'm guilty of this too, is pretty disgusting when we all go too far in our comments. And I try I have limits that I try not to cross. But like it's pretty gross what all of us do. But you know what the thing is, Teresa? Like, okay. I have people I've been friends with for years that have hurt my feelings. I just had to tell somebody the other day, I was like, you are really hurting my feelings. And we talked about it. It's not, I don't know. It's an interesting study on human nature because you can see the people who actually try to communicate through an issue because you're inevitably like, I'll say something that's going to tick you off or vice versa. I mean, that's just life and it's not purposeful. But if you come to me and say that bothered me, you know what I mean? Versus like running to every other channel and saying nasty things and then saying, I didn't say those things. And I'm like, you guys are all being recorded and you act like you're not. And then saying contradictory things. I don't know. And it's like people are afraid to just be like, that hurt my feelings. Or what you said struck a nerve. Or I don't know. Yeah, exactly, John. Kimberly Roddyman mom is like a delight in chat. And she's one where I'm like, I wish that I could be as positive in everyone's chats as she is, because sometimes I'm like, that's just not me. But I don't know. I think sometimes we get a little loose with what we're saying too because we aren't in the same room. And I mean, I'm totally guilty of this too. I will respectfully decline that invitation, Grace Case. And I'll be over in my own little land. You know what I think it is I think a lot of people are really lonely and really sad. And I think they lash out because maybe they got their feelings hurt. And I think they get jealous, like when they see, like Grace Case and Mrs. Cassandra, or, like they get jealous that they see that friendship and they want that kind of friendship. And I'm like, then go meet people, like talk to people, and don't be a jerk about everyone. You know what I mean? Like the people who have continually failed friendships with the people. I'm like, maybe, yeah. I mean, they're unhappy and like they're just bringing everyone down around them. And sometimes, like, I watch the people and I just want to be like, it's okay. It's okay. I'm like, clearly you need a hug, I think, and maybe someone to just sit with and like have coffee with and talk. Yeah, I agree, Mousy. He takes the bait. He takes the see, and then people figure out how to push other people's buttons and they do it over and over. And I'm like, that's not fun. It's not fun getting someone riled up like that. I don't quite know what that means. Talking about things outside his wheelhouse. I just don't know with him like what he is discussing. Well, I think maybe everyone needs to do that, Teresa. Like, yeah, because I'm like torn about real. I like him, but then when he would blow up like that, I'm like, no. And I mean, do I like him? Like, I like when he talks about his cats. I think that is cute. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it was bull what happened to him, but I also think he very much participated in it. So, and I don't think you should get blocked because you say like you don't like somebody, or I mean that's stupid. I like people you guys don't like. You guys like people I don't like. Like, who cares? How does that affect anything in my life? It doesn't. Also, maybe discuss it because then I could see points that I haven't seen, or um I don't know. Did he started Maybe. He definitely kept it going. Like, he could have walked away and just dropped it off, but he kept going back and back and back, and I, like, refused to watch that. So I refused to watch him or, like, Roadhouse, any of that kind of stuff. I'm like, I will not watch this. I'll be over with my bunny videos. Thank you. I sometimes would watch. I didn't really watch Charlotte back then because she was too, like, whining and I don't know, sad fishing for me. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of the drama channels, but the drama channels also talk about people that I never watched. I don't know. See, hey Clairview. See, I watched. Here's my problem: is I started watching a lot of this when KJ got sued by Toddy, and I barely knew who KJ was, and then that was back when something would happen and everyone would run to their channel and, like, gossip about it, but it was always about KJ. And I was home a lot then. So then I would turn those streams on and just listen all day. And I'd know, but it still wasn't enough. Like, you still can't keep up with everything that's happening. And then a lot of the people, I'm like, first of all, I'm watching this way too much. Like, I need to get a serious life and get out of here. And then people would make me, I would not feel good after I watched the stream. I'd be like, these people are ticking me off. Why am I doing this to myself? So then I started going to channels that I like hanging out on, like Clairviews. And I'm like, it is a lot more fun when I'm just, like, over goofing off. But it was kind of fun watching it as a soap opera too. Maybe it started to take me off more when I started to participate. Like, when I had no emotional attachments to anyone, I was, like, just watching from afar, and I'd be like, no, your theory is incorrect about Nat. Yeah, exactly, Teresa. That's what did it to me, is I was home so much more. And then I was like, I don't know. And once the, like, Nat story kind of went away, because to me, it was always this soap opera, ever changing, but always the same story. And then sometimes I would be like, oh, you're so close, like, to whatever theory I had. And I would think, I could just go into this chat and, like, throw out a little thought or whatever and, like, completely change the course of the conversation. Ooh, Clairview, I was thinking about live trials the other day, and I'm like, man, I felt like October was supposed to have some good trials, wasn't it? I'm interested in the Aiden Fucci trial, and I don't know why. I do know why, but I'm pretty sure that one will be televised. But I feel like there were a few more that I was like, ooh, October will be good. Yes. I get that, Teresa. You needed a big distraction. I know. I've been kind of like playing the Parkland shooter one, Clearview, but that's like, come on, just let it go. Let it to the jury. They've already made their decision. They made it a month ago. But I listen to trials a lot during the day. All right, Mousy. Sleep well. Okay, I like the judge in that one, Clearview. And I like how she like puts them all in her place. Because they are all acting a fool. I know. I'm about to shut it down too. But and that one, what do you think he's gonna get, Clearview? You think he's gonna get I think he'll get the death penalty. Everyone be careful because Grace Case and or Mousy will block one of us. Falling asleep with the stream on. Oh, Teresa, that's so hard. I think they all had it. I mean, I know that the death penalty is serious and whatnot, but this is ridiculous. Well, I guess he did have that many victims. And I think the defense was reading the room because they weren't getting anywhere with their defense. And I was tuning them out. So I know the jury was like, this is ridiculous. I mean, I can't imagine him getting anything, but I don't know if I could vote for it though. And don't you a little bit want to do an interview with him and say, is this the attention you were seeking? Well, and it was like the same thing over and over, Claire. And it was insulting to the jury, I thought. I'm like, you're implying that they're so dumb that you have to keep saying, like, the mom did drugs. We get it. But I feel like, and I don't know if it's an act by him or not, but he looks embarrassed and ashamed in court when speaking about himself, but sometimes he also looks like he's enjoying it when talking about like the pain of other people. But sometimes he looks like he feels shame about that. So I don't know. I could talk about this for a long time. I do agree with that. And I believe that's all of them. Like they're all crooked now. I do. We should figure out like what questions. I mean, I have so many questions for him because like first of all, why are you going to copy a crime so many other people have done? And then to get I don't know. I'm hoping his trial is tell me if this is naive. It might be. But I'm hoping like airing this and having all those details about his life and like his text messages read and whatnot will like make other people who had been considering it change their mind, second guess it. Like think, I don't want all of this about myself out there. I don't know. I mean, it's a terrible. I just don't understand it. And then he clearly wanted attention. And he clearly was angry at people. So did this get him the attention he wanted? I don't know. I could discuss it forever, though. I'm fascinated. And mostly, it's horrible, too, because I just see, like, a really sad person. And a lot of times in these trials, I find that I just think everyone you encountered failed you. And that's probably the wrong conclusion to come to, but I don't know. I just think there's so many spots that could have been stopped before it got that far. And that's enough of that depressing topic. I'm sorry. Sorry, everyone. Mousy, I hope you have sweet dreams as we talk about terrible, terrible situations. And I don't know. I got nothing now. Anybody have a positive note to end on? Something fun to say? Versus my nonsensical ramblings about a trial that. Yeah, let's celebrate Mousie's feeling better than she's felt in years. I'm so glad it's the weekend. I needed it. You know, I've never seen the first Hocus Pocus. Yes. She made homecoming court. Oh, I bet she's super excited. Bandersnatch. I've never seen that, but I will. Maybe I have. I don't know. That's the one where you choose your own ending. Maybe. I know. Next week we begin. Next week we're going to do the planning phase for our Oreo flavor discussion. I'll schedule that stream. I think Thursday night is when I'm going to plan it for. So we're moving into that. It's time for us to get serious about these Oreo discussions. I'm more of a kitten person, Clearview, but I do like puppies. I had someone just this week trying to pressure me to get a dog. I'm like, what? No. I feel like that might be some sort of code word for something else. And then I truly don't understand what you're saying. I feel like we should have the clean version and then like the after dark version of the Oreo taste test. They have homecoming for youth football. Aw. It's still exciting. Oh no, are there real baby puppies? I'll tell you the truth, I'm mildly afraid of dogs. 'Cause I got bit like real bad when I was little. And I'm gonna say probably not the dog's fault, probably mine, but it was across my face. And I like was looking into his mouth and his teeth were in my temples. And ever since then I'm like, no thanks, dogs. I mean, I don't hate them, but I don't love them. But I do love a little baby animal. And I do love a little like puppy or kitten tummy. Like it's so like giant filled with milk and they're like walking around with their little roly-poly tummy swaggering back and forth. Oh no, you're luring me in there with puppies, no less. See, Teresa, I was like, we can't end on that sour note. We could end on positive puppy tummies. Oh, where are the puppies? Like, I'm gonna go visit them. Who cares? You don't have to tell me. I don't know. Animals, they're the best. Well, now I'm a little sad because I don't have an animal. Darn it. Good puppy things turn sad. My brother had a dog who was a black lab, and I jumped into a swimming pool, and the lab was like, "Oh no!" And he jumped in and pushed me to the side of the pool to like save me from drowning. It was the sweetest. So we had to teach him like if someone's in the pool, it's okay. He's a Beagle Lab mix. I will say this. I lived next door to dogs for a long time and they moved and I'm super glad. I do not miss them. You guys need Discord. I feel like I'm like resisting drugs because I'm like, I know I'll love it in there. But once I start, I won't be able to stop. And you're just over here like, here's all this fun stuff. All right. Enough pushing of your tempting fun on me. I'm shutting it down. I'm calling this Friday night complete. It's time for a little 60 days in a face mask. So, thanks for coming, everybody. I had a great time. Next week, we begin serious discussions about Oreos. And that's all I got. I know. It's looking that way, Grace Case. It really is. Thanks for coming, Claire. And all right. I'll see you guys in the next chat, which I suspect is Claire's tomorrow. Good night, everybody.